his headphones now, so
His Beats by Dre.
well, he didn't bring those today.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna call him out.
Good morning. This is cause number 2020-09305 in the interest of Colton Roy Pack. Please, ma'am, raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right. And please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Cassie Rochelle Cawthorn, and I'm the mother of the child.
All right. And for the state?
Marcella Turner.
Court will note that the non-custodial parent is Charles Joseph Pack. Mr. Pack was served on April 7th, 2020 at 6:29 p.m. at 753A LCR 250, Mejia, Texas, in the county of Limestone. He's not filed an answer, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Cawthorn. Ms. Cawthorn, you recall signing an acknowledgement of paternity for the child?
Yes, ma'am.
And to your recollection, did Mr. Pack also sign that acknowledgement of paternity?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me interrupt here just for a second. I also noticed here that there's a notice to Mr. Oh, this was to her, wasn't it, Cassie? Okay, go ahead. Never mind. Or is there another one? No, go ahead.
Okay.
There was
Now,
no further notice. There was no further notice to the father, right? He just didn't sign it. He didn't file an answer, correct?
I believe he did not file an answer, and there was notice to Mr. Cawthorn. We may have just accidentally sent you a copy of the wrong notice slip to Mr. Cawthorn.
Well, I need to see the proper notice then.
May I speak?
Would it be on file?
No, Your Honor, we have it on our system. Let me try to pull it up really quick. Give me a brief second, Your Honor, I'm sorry. right, I believe I can share my screen to show you the notice for Mr. Pack. I'll put together. Or would the court allow the state to proceed forward based off of a no answer default? He's not filed an answer, nor has he made an appearance in this case.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
May I proceed?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Cawthorn, now how old is the child before the court today?
He is 10 years old.
And when is the last time Mr. Pack had any interaction with the child?
September 2017.
And so who makes the day-to-day decisions regarding the child?
I do.
And has Mr. Pack ever attempted to cooperate or help out with making those day-to-day decisions regarding the child?
No, ma'am.
And is that the reason why you're asking this court to appoint you as the managing conservator and Mr. Pack as the possessory conservator?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in regards to visitation, do you have any safety concerns with your child having overnight visitation with Mr. Pack?
Yes, ma'am.
And why is that?
Because I know that he's been highly involved with alcohol and drugs, and within the last year has been to jail for unlawful carrying of a weapon and meth.
And is it safe to say that Mr. Pack doesn't really have a relationship with your child?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so you are okay with some sort of visitation, just not overnight. Is that also correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to order possession and access for this child for a period of 8 hours on every first, third, and fifth Saturday from beginning at 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you also asking this court to order that Mr. Pack abstain from any consumption of alcohol or controlled substances within 12 hours prior to his period of possession and access with the child?
Yes, ma'am.
And is there private medical and dental insurance available for this child?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there private medical and dental insurance?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And to your knowledge, is Mr. Pack currently employed?
No, ma'am.
And to your knowledge, does Mr. Pack have any other children other than this child under the age of 18?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you know whether or not, well, first of all, do you know how many children? Could you state how many?
He has 2 other children.
And do you know whether or not Mr. Pack has a financial child support obligation for both of those children, or whether or not both of those children reside with Mr. Pack?
I do not know if they reside with Mr. Pack, but I do know that he has financial support to one of them, and the other one was terminated.
Okay. And are you asking this court to order cash medical in the amount of $50 each month to begin on October 1st of 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you also asking this court to order child support in the amount of $190 each month to begin October 1st of 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you also asking this court not to order a geographical restriction on this particular child's residence?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Pack currently resides in what county? Are you aware?
Limestone County.
Okay. And you are not seeking retroactive child support or medical support or dental support, is that also correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And within the last 2 years, has any family violence taken place between yourself and Mr. Pack?
No, ma'am.
And do you have any safety concerns with your address being disclosed in this order?
No, ma'am.
And are you asking this court to approve this default?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe this order to be in the best interest of your child?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May Ms. Cawthorn be excused?
I'm sorry.
May Ms. Cawthorn be excused?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Ms. Cawthorn, you can disconnect now.
Thank y'all so much.
You have a good day.
You too.
Okay, how do I just stay on like this?
Hey, I'm gonna cut my video off and you can cut yours on.
Once you see it pop up, you can press edit.
She's on her way over.
All right. Was there an answer filed on this one after the father was served? Oh, I
No.
see. He actually signed a reset order, didn't he?
Yes.
Sometimes pictures, everybody's picture is about the same size, and sometimes it's like this, and sometimes it's.
Yes, it just depends on how the voice will capture it. You need to let her in, Judge. You need to let her in.
I'm sorry. Where does this say? Oh, there you are. Ms. Parker, is she just telephonically present? Is that correct?
I believe so. Miss Saavedra, can you unmute yourself, please?
Ms. Saavedra, can you hear me? There's a mute on there. Is that?
Ask her to unmute.
Hmm?
Sometimes it takes a while for them.
Elsa, can you hear us? Can you hear us? If you can you? Okay.
Hello?
Yes. That's her, Your Honor.
Can you hear
She's
me?
unmuted.
Okay,
Yes, we can
yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you now. All right, this is cause number 2020 09459 in the interest of Lina Saavedra. Ma'am, please raise your right hand to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Elsa Saavedra, and I am the mother of Lina Saavedra.
All right, and for the state?
Sharday Parker for the state, Your Honor.
Court will note that Victor Lozano is the non-custodial parent. Mr. Lozano was served on April 7th, 2020 at 121, I'm sorry, April 17th, 2020 at 11:29 a.m. at 2211 Desjardins Street in Houston, Harris County, Texas. Further, he appeared and signed a reset order setting this matter for hearing today. Further, he's been noticed by certified mail of the Zoom hearing that we're holding today, which was delivered August 14th, 2020, and he is not signed in. Is that correct, Mrs. Parker?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Are you the mother of Lina Saavedra?
Yes, ma'am.
What is her date of birth?
April 18, 2017.
And who is Lina's father?
Victor Lozano.
Are you currently married?
No.
Were you married when Lina was conceived?
No.
How do you know that Victor Lozano is Lina's father?
Because we had intercourse.
Okay. Is there a possibility that anyone else is the father?
No.
Are you asking this court to establish a parent-child relationship between Lina and Victor Lozano?
Like, what do you mean?
Are you asking the court to declare that Victor is the father?
Yes.
How old is Lina?
She's 3.
When was the last time that Victor saw Lina?
I think 2 weeks ago.
And when he saw Lina, did he see Lina by himself? Has he been able to take Lina anywhere on his own?
No, he's not able to take Lina on his own. I supervise the visits.
And why do you feel it's in the best interest of your child for you to supervise the visits?
Because he does drugs.
Yeah, the order indicates it's going to be supervised by Reynalda Pantoja.
Yes.
Yes. And who is Reynalda?
My mother.
Okay. And has Mr. Lozano provided financially for Lina during?
No.
No. Okay. Who makes the day-to-day decisions for your child?
I do.
Okay. And do you believe it's in the best interest of your child for you to continue to make those decisions and for Mr. Lozano to have continuously supervised visits?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you also requesting that you don't have a geographic restriction on where you and Lena are allowed to live?
What do you mean?
Like that you and Lena can move anywhere without his permission?
Yes.
And do you know if, currently to your knowledge, do you know if Mr. Lozano is employed?
From what I know, he is employed.
Okay. And do you know if he has any other children?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. And is Lena currently on private health or dental insurance?
No, not private.
Okay. And are you asking this court to order cash medical support?
What do you mean?
Are you asking this court to order cash medical support for him to have to contribute to her insurance?
Yes.
Okay. Are you also asking this court, do you have any safety concerns with your address being listed in this order?
Yes.
And what are those concerns?
I don't want him coming to my house because the last time he went to my house, he threatened me. He pulled out a knife on me.
Okay.
Was the police called?
No.
And
Has
are
he, has he been physically threatening in the past before?
Before that incident, no.
Okay. Go ahead.
Are you asking the court to grant you a non-disclosure? Of your,
What do you mean?
She
so
doesn't.
your information will not appear in the order.
Your address will not appear in the order. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay.
And your safety concerns are because of the last incident where he attacked you with a knife, correct?
Yes.
And was he on drugs at the time that he attacked you with the knife? Do you know?
Yes.
Yes. And are you also asking that Mr. Lozano be ordered to pay child support in the amount of $216 per month,
Yes.
with cash medical support in the amount of $57 per month?
Yes.
And are you asking for retroactive child support from April 18th, 2017 through September 23rd, 2020 in the amount of $9,072,
Yes.
be paid back at $94 a month, correct?
Yes.
Are you also asking for Mr. Lozano to pay court costs?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to grant this default judgment?
What do you mean?
Are you asking the court to approve the order?
Yes.
And also, do you believe this order is in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor. I pass the witness.
All right, the court will approve the order submitted. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Vedra, you can log off.